Wow, that was close. Everything is destroyed. We have no power. We have no phones. We have no internet. And I know my family's watching this on the news. So how can I tell my family that I'm okay? Hello, my name is George. I'm a radio amateur operator, and like most radio operators, I could also be your neighbor. I want to take the next 8 minutes or so to offer you a solution to those days when you just can't get in touch with your family because of internet and/or cell phone failures. Now, as a radio operator, I have a way to send email and text to your family even when the power's out. The name of the service is the Community Disaster Messenger. Now, what is CDM? Well, CDM is a name given to a program developed by the North Texas NVIS net to utilize modern amateur radios and radio email technology to send messages from you to your family living outside the damaged area. We want to simply provide a service to tell your family that you are okay. Well, you say, well, what could possibly go wrong? Well, the odds of a total system failure over a large geographical area are slim, but it doesn't cost anything. So why not learn how to take advantage of it and tell your neighbors so that we can all kind of get to know each other and have a system should something fail in the future. However, besides the total system failure, there is another problem. With spam and AI-generated emails, the above average person will not answer a call from an unknown caller. Part of the CDM program is implementing a family password. Family password. Now, a word or phrase nobody but your family will know. Additionally, if you are known by a nickname by your family, list that instead of your given name on your message. Embedding this in the beginning of your message offers authenticity of the message that we are sending for you. Now, how does it work? Well, my computers have a program that allows you to connect to my radio, send email messages and/or text messages to distance areas which still have service. It won't be a live conversation, but at least they will know you're okay. Now, how can you find a CDM? Well, this service is a bottom-up program. It starts with an amateur radio operator who is interested in helping a small group of neighbors to keep in touch with their family. Small groups will always be easier to manage than national organizations. For the radio operators who are watching this video, go to north-texas-nvis-net at Groups.io. The files folder and download the article. Go to the files folder and download the article, "The Informal Disaster Messenger." You will have to subscribe to Groups.io in order to get onto this program, but I think most of you already know that. Now, this article will give you some pointers on approaching your prospective CDM group. For people who would like to be included in a CDM but don't know a radio amateur operator, contact your local amateur radio club. This program is relatively new, so they may not be familiar with it. Suggest they review the same Groups.io files we just talked about and see if you can't find a radio operator who would be willing to be your neighborhood contact. Okay, let's say it happens. Boom. Power's out. I've got no internet connectivity. Cell phones don't show any signal strength. Now, there are two ways the CDM can be activated. First, the leader will go to an agreed upon location, the community building or a picnic table in the park. The leader will pre-brief all neighbors. If this happens, take your outbound messages, let's say Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 10 a.m. It's your plan, so set it up the way you want. They wouldn't hurt to post some banners, radio messages to home, the signs at community entrances and with schedules on them, so the people will know when we're going to be collecting the outbound messages and getting them ready to be sent out. Now, there's another option if the group is a little bit tech savvy. There's GMRS radios. You've seen them all in the hardware stores. You've seen them at Walmart. They're the cheap and expensive little walkie-talkies. They're easy to operate, perfect for short-range neighborhood coordination. These are some rules. There are some rules in license fees, but they are minimal. Contact your radio operator or just do an internet search to learn more about GMRS. Now, with these radios, the lead operator can conduct quarterly radio checks, make announcements, and use them to activate your CDM. It still won't hurt to put out some signs so people can see where you're actually set up, catch their attention. It would not count on, I would not count on all your neighbors buying walkie-talkies. Now, promises. None. There are none. We will do the very best we can to take your outbound message and get it on the radio and send it out to an area that still has internet service so your family will know that you're okay. Atmospheric conditions, heavy radio usage, and the such, how much area has been damaged. All these are factors that how good the system will be. Now, what's the cost? There is no cost. There's nothing. It's a free service. So there's no reason you shouldn't at least be aware of it. If nothing else, it might help you to get to know your neighbors. In closing, this video is for the public who want to know more about how CDM works. But remember, it starts with a willing amateur radio operator who wants to help a small group of people that he knows or associates with. That's our cue, guys. It won't hurt. It won't cost you a thing. You probably already have WinLink on your computer and tuned up to your radio. All you have to do is be willing to help your neighbors get a message out if everything else falls up. My name is George, Kilo Foxtrot 5, Quebec Echo Zulu, and I wish you well. 73. Well, I hope we've stirred up some interest with our amateur radio operators to develop a informal CDM program. Stop by our Groups IO page and download a copy of the Informal Community Disaster Messenger and get the full report. You can contact me at the email address listed below. And for those in the public that would like to learn more about GMRS radios, here's a link to a supplier that you can start your research on.